It's officially Sauna Week in the Keweenaw. Tours started yesterday with people exploring different saunas in the area. Keweenaw Bureau reporter Thomas Fournier has more on what sauna culture means to the Copper Country.
It's time to fill the bucket and light the rock stove. Sauna Week has started in the Copper Country. Across the Keweenaw Peninsula, many residents enjoy joining a few friends inside a sauna. The practice has been a favorite pastime of many Finnish Americans and Copper Country residents for decades.
Yeah, I think from talking about it from a Copper Country perspective, the concept of the sauna as a place of gathering has stood the test of time. We saw that in the very early enclaves of the Finnish community building up around the mining companies. Saunas were an essential part of community activity. It wasn't just, for cleansing. It wasn't just for health. It was also a way to gather with your fellow men, your friends, other families, to get together and essentially relax, enjoy, renew, refresh.
Sauna tradition, if you talk to people who grew up in sauna tradition, it had to do with community because the sauna was a place that you entertained people. Your neighbors or relatives would come for sauna, and then there was sort of like a coffee ritual after. You had your coffee and your nisu and a variety of tasty things to eat. But it was a time to be together.
Last year's first Sauna Week in the community introduced a storytelling element.
There were saunas on the Sauna Expo near the Finnish American Heritage Center, and the interviews were done inside there, and it was interesting how many unique stories there were, but it all boiled down to just having a very good memories of sauna and appreciation of it, and how in this region sauna is one of the strongest identifiers of Finnish American culture.
While in a sauna, people share stories, converse about things happening in their community or recent events, and generally share thoughts, all in an effort to build camaraderie and community among people.
I think there's a lot of that started in the early migration, but then that thread continues now to what we're seeing in some of the more commercial saunas, similar to what's happening like on the waterfront in Hancock. It's this idea of community building and making sure that, we're holding on to traditions, but also generously sharing them with others that are interested to learn more or just to partake in an amazing experience.
But beyond sauna culture, I think the Finnish immigrants' presence is still felt today in ways that people might not readily see, and that's through things like work ethic and generosity and just the willingness to help one another.
It's a matter of trust. It's a matter of having a connection with them. You're there in a very small space. You're naked. You have nothing up your sleeve, as they say, and it's a time just to be together and to do something that has a really strong meaning. It's not just to bathe.
With my UP News in Hancock, this is Thomas Fournier.